Hello YouTube friends, thank you for dropping in and viewing my video today. I always appreciate that you give of your time and energy to stop in and watch these, so thank you. And if you would be so kind as to hit that like button, I would be grateful, and subscribe. I'm just getting started here on YouTube, so all of that matters, but mostly it matters because when you do that, YouTube recognizes, oh, well, this must be something other people want to see, and they push the message out to a broader audience, which means it's more likely to reach the loved one that this message is meant for. So thank you all for doing that. I'm very grateful. And without further ado, let's get started. So I went ahead and pulled the cards today. Pardon me. This message here is for the person who is living, the relative of the person who has crossed. So the person I have who's crossed over, who's coming in today, pardon me, I'm so sorry, excuse me, is a young woman who, she's showing me this, I mean, she's just a happy young woman. She's showing me belly dancing like you would see, like a Bollywood movie. Yes, like a Bollywood movie scene. Young, dark, Indian-looking woman belly dancing. So I don't know if that was a hobby of hers, a passion of hers, if it was just, maybe there was a movie that you shared with her or something. I don't know. You'll have to make that relevant or not. Of course, if it's not your story, don't try and make it fit. But she's showing me that as a way for you to identify her. She's also showing me that she died in a car accident, and I believe she was the passenger in this car. She was in the front seat, and she's something about her neck. I don't know if she had a laceration there or something, you know, like the seatbelt caught her on the neck. I'm not certain what that's about, but she's wanting to say that she died instantly. So she didn't suffer, and hopefully that will be a comfort to the family that's left behind. But she didn't suffer. Her soul moved on immediately. Everything's fine. She just wants to put your mind at ease about that. So the message today is for her. She had younger siblings. I believe she had a sister and then a younger brother. But the sister, who was closer in age to this young woman, is who this message is specifically for today. And I don't know when this young woman passed, but what she's showing me is this sister is now pretty much college-ish age, maybe. Yeah, she's showing me college. So now I'm going to switch to the message for you, the living relative here. So, you know, as I go through this, you'll either, this will fit for you or it won't. These two pieces, in other words, the piece of information I gave you about the person I'm bringing through, and then this message, if these pieces fit, then you know it's your message. So, it looks like you've been struggling. I think that you, you know, money's been a little tight, not horrible, but I think you're conscious and you're aware of that. But I think you feel like you've been on this path of struggling. This almost feels to me more than even money. It feels like whatever path, meaning educational path or interest or career path that you're pointed at, so to speak, is an uphill climb, and I don't know what that's about. I don't know what exactly you've chosen to do, but somehow it feels like you're kind of going against the crowd with this choice of yours. And sometimes I think you feel defeated. I think you feel like it's an illusion that you're never going to be able to make it happen, although it's your dream. But I think there's just you're not always able to see the way forward. That's where I feel you are right now. You just feel like you're confused. You can't see the way forward. Let me get a little sip of water. Excuse me. But your sister is, meaning the spirit who's talking and bringing this message in today. She's telling you, however, that she's basically saying not to give up, that she sees your struggle, she sees that there are people around you, that there's conflict, conflict is not the right word, people who don't believe in your vision, in your dream, people who don't support this path that you've chosen. That's really what I'm getting here. And they just, I feel like perhaps this may even be parents that are not supporting you, that feel like they know best for you and they don't agree with what you're choosing to do. They're worried that it's not going to pay the bills for you, that kind of a situation here. But I don't think they're the only ones. I think whatever you've chosen to do, and this doesn't have to be, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I think this is the energy that's trying, it's hard to speak this, just like you're experiencing. It's hard to be you. It's hard for you to have your energy flow. That's what I'm feeling here. It's hard for me to get this out. There's something unspoken, unsaid that needs to come out here, because my throat chakra is really, really tight and having trouble speaking here. But your sister's encouraging you. She's saying, don't give in to the naysayers. If you buy into the fear and you buy into the naysayers, so to speak, it's easy and it feels like a heavy burden when you do that. But she says, look up, get your chin up off the ground, look up, look forward, keep that positive attitude going, because she sees that there is great fertility for you in this chosen profession, and you can't see that. You can't see that right now. I think you've tried before. She's encouraging you to have a new perspective. I think you've had a number of disappointments along this path. But you're at the end of that. You're at the very end of this struggle, and you're about to have what, the death card can be endings and beginnings and all that, but typically it means transformation. But the word that's coming off this for me today is breakthrough. I feel like you're about to have a breakthrough. And there's just things that you can't see. There are things that you cannot see right now that are beneath the surface, that are happening, that maybe even the universe, I could say it this way, the universe is orchestrating that you can't see. And your sister wants you to be aware of that, and so you're encouraged not to give up, not to walk away from this, because she sees you may have kind of in your heart already given up. But she's saying don't, continue to, here, let me put this over here because I'm right-handed. She's saying, encouraging you not to walk away. Now, we're talking about your career path, whatever you've chosen here. It doesn't have to be a formal education like a college. It could be anything. It could be, I don't know, I can't think of anything. Sales, or it could be owning a bookstore. It could be, having a YouTube channel. I have no idea what it is. But she's just saying, continue to learn your craft, whatever this is. Continue to be focused. Focus your energy on continuing to learn. There will be magic happening. Just as long as you keep loving this thing, whatever it is, and putting positive energy toward it. Now, I've got two messages coming in, because there's that. But there's also another message about your love life. Because I feel like there either is or about to be someone come in. I guess it could have already happened, frankly. Yeah, I guess it could have just happened too. A love interest who is going to distract you. Let me put it like that. I mean, that's easy. That's easy to say, right? You don't have to be psychic to know that's what happens when you when you're attracted to somebody. But she's encouraging you. It's kind of cautionary tale. She's encouraging you to stay focused on continuing to learn your craft, continuing to stay dedicated. This The Page of Pentacles, you know, he's slow and steady wins the race. But it's, you know, he's dependable. He will get there eventually, right? Let me keep going here. Yeah, I got this. That was on top and then there. And if you continue to focus, continue to be diligent, continue to be dedicated and consistent, you're going to see the magic. You're going to see, you know, this is the magician turning lead into gold. That's what will happen if you just don't give up and don't get in your head about it and don't give in to these naysayers. But back to the love situation. So I feel like it could, well, let's see, I'm getting, let me tune into which story is most accurate here. Again, I don't know if this has just happened or about to happen and she's warning you, or maybe it has already happened. It almost feels to me like it's already happened, but there was a love. Let's put that in past tense. So it could be happening, could be about to happen. You'd have to be the judge of that, obviously. There was someone who sparked your interest. Let me put it like that. A love interest that sparked your interest. But this person was a bit in and out and a bit of a player. And so you debated about whether or not you wanted to give your time and energy to that situation. And I think that you did, and maybe that's part of what got you distracted, because I don't get the feeling that this person really believed in your dream and your vision. I get the feeling that they were more about themselves and a little bit more ego driven. And so you know, you had true feelings. That's okay. I'm just tuning into the energy of this card. You know what I'm getting, and this is most unusual. It's like the hand, it's like it has the cup and it's coming in to offer it to you, but at the same time I feel like it's pulling it back. It's like this in and out cup that's coming. And so and that could be specifically about this person who's come in, but it feels bigger than that. It feels more like that's how you have felt. You have felt like Spirit just, you know, it's like every time I think I've got something, every time I think something that I love is within my grasp, it's just, it disappears, or it's snatched out from under me, or, you know, that sort of defeated feeling is what I feel like you've been going through. And I think this relationship might have just been another one of those, for example. But because of it, because I think there was a lot of hurt here, I think this was a bit of a, I don't want to say wake-up call, but I think it helped you find your priorities. Let me say it that way. Or it again, if it hasn't happened, I think it will happen. Help you find your priorities and help you refocus, because what I'm hearing, you know, this is typically the card of the heartbreak, of course, but it feels to me more like, you know, have you ever just, I don't know if anybody out there's done this or not, but, you know, like slap yourself silly, like wake up, get a clue here, wake yourself up, you know, it's that kind of thing, where it was just, it's not a full-on rebirth in the traditional sense, but it kind of just refocused you. Like I don't have time for this. I just don't. You know, this is crazy. I don't have time for this. I'm going to wait for something better. And I think you just, you know, you got very frustrated with that very quick. Is what it feels to me like. And then you started to feel better. Guess what? Yeah. When that kind of in and out energy leaves, and you're not giving it any more of your time and energy, then you feel better. Yeah, it was a choice, but you chose to love you over whatever that situation was, or again, you will. It did take some strength, but in the end, or maybe this again is more cautionary about a future, but if you choose yourself, if you choose to honor yourself and put yourself and your feelings first, and that takes a lot of strength, but that's the truth of it. The truth is that's what you need in your life right now. Yeah, the Queen of Swords, you know, she wields that sword, that sword of truth. I always get tickled at her face. You know, she's, if you can see her face, not particularly happy face on that queen. Then you will find your victory. You will find your happy ending. Yeah, and then here again, the Four of Wands is, you know, happy home, happy whatever. But to me, I don't often read this as the 1111 card, although a lot of readers do, but particularly in this deck, the way it's depicted. And in this story, that's the energy I'm feeling from this. There is there's something that you're meant to do here in this whole work situation. And I think Spirit and your sister is trying to get you back on that path, because there's something divine that needs to happen, or something divine that will happen, or that you will create, or that you will do. There's something divine about this, and you need to get back on that path, and you need to pick yourself back up, because good things are coming. This is exciting new beginnings are coming. I mean, I could just keep going through the deck, but I won't. I think I'll just, because I don't like to get too deep in there. It'll get diluted. But you know, this is the bottom line. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't get in your own head about it. Try to put all that down. Focus on yourself. Focus on your dreams. Don't give up on those dreams. They're not an illusion. They can come true. And you can be fertile. You can actually be, you know, this Empress is all four queens wrapped into one, and she's considered to be obviously fertile, and I mean that in the sense of whatever career thing, that it seems to me like this is a career thing that you're struggling with, a career path, I should say, a learning path, whatever that is for you. But let's see, yeah, and a sidebar message I'm getting about this love interest, that there were secrets. Maybe this person was a player, I don't know, but I'm hearing, because I don't read reversals in this deck, right, at least in this reading, but the energy of this now is turning around. It's like, but the truth will come out, and I feel like this person, you're going to find out, was not worth your time, was not who you thought they were, and you will know that truth. Okay, is there anything else, Spirit? She's just, she's saying, go for it, little sis, go for it, go for it. You know, she's just encouraging you. She just, know that she is doing very well. She's happy, she's fine, she's not, you know, there's no regret about her leaving or anything like that, if you ever had that thought. Just know that she is looking in on you. She cares about you. She sees what's going on in your life, and just wanted to come through and let you know that by virtue of this reading. I hope that it finds the right person, of course. And I hope this brought some comfort to the family, to you, the viewer, who was left behind. I know that you miss her. I do feel that, and she's recognizing that too. But she's saying that's one of the reasons. Oh, goodness. Apparently you looked up to her, as you would a big sister most of the time. But she's cautioning you not to use her as your measuring stick. Yeah, she's saying you need, you need to walk your own path. You need to do you. That's exactly what you need to do, you. That she was her person, and you need to be your person, and throw that out, basically, is what she's saying. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, she's saying hello to the younger sibling, the brother. I believe it was the younger brother. She said to give him a great big giant hug. Something about frisbees. I guess maybe he liked to play frisbee, perhaps. Yeah, something about a frisbee with him. So maybe that's something he enjoyed doing, or maybe she did that with him. All right, that's it. She's pulling energy back. She's blowing a kiss. So she's pulling away now, and I think that's all. That is all the message from there. So thank you all for watching today. I appreciate you being here again. And one more time, if you would, be very grateful if you'd hit that like button or subscribe if this kind of content speaks to you, because I'm going to try to be doing more of these on a regular basis. And who knows, I might bring through your loved one. I don't know. I just bring through who Spirit cues up for me every time. So thank you all. Appreciate you being here again. Many blessings to you all. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.